turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for. Thank you.
A renowned human rights activist, Aisha Yusufu, has lamented that since her support for Peter Obi, particularly since she made a post that Nigerians need to support Peter Obi financially to enable him, bankroll his campaign expenses, because according to her, election is capital intensive, particularly presidential election, general election in Nigeria. Presidential election, yes, is capital intensive, and therefore Nigerians who are voting for Peter Obi should be prepared to support him financially. And therefore she made a tweet where she stated, I quote, "Presidential campaign is expensive. It needs billions. Can we raise 100 billion? Can Peter Obi set up an account? GoFundMe, mobile payment for donations to start. There must be stringent measures to ensure accountability and transparency." That's Aisha Yusufu have said it. And so since she made that, a day after she made that statement, she got a message from her bank stating that her account has been frozen owing to the discrepancy between her birth date and the date on her national identity number, of course, and her bank verification number, of course. That's the date of birth on her national identity number and her bank verification number. The bank said there were discrepancies, of course. But this is common with Nigerian government. This is common with Nigerian government, that whenever they see an opposition, they begin to chase them around. Yes, when you have a divergent view, so they don't tolerate dissent in Nigeria. The government doesn't tolerate dissent, of course. So we are not surprised that they will begin to chase the people who are supporting other candidates. Yes, the people who are in government, they have that as stock in trade. That's their business. We know that in future untoward, there will be measures, government policies that will be targeting opposition people, figures, those who are working to ensure that the All Progressive Congress, the ruling party, did not maintain their grip onto power beyond 2023. So this is Nigeria, and that's what we have been saying. The government is tyrannical, of course, and they are absolutely powerful. The Nigerian constitution has made a Nigerian president so powerful, and they are doing everything, they are doing anything with impunity. So we are not surprised that Aisha Yusufu is being targeted at this time. Of course, the government is known for this. In Nigerian government, they have led presidents, bad presidents. That's one they will follow. They don't follow examples, good examples. What they follow is bad presidents. The politics of manipulation, the politics of intimidation, harassment. We will intimidate them, we empower. We will intimidate them, we empower. That's what we have in Nigeria. So we are not surprised, and that figures, political figures, and even activists and prominent persons that will be identified with opposition figures, opposition parties, will be targeted in the nearest future, of course. So, but the people in power, the ruling party, they are the ones stealing the Nigerian money. They are the ones, manipulating figures. They are the one diverting public funds into their private pockets and accounts, and nobody is saying anything. Of course, they are the one that their account should be frozen. Of course. But you see, they have everything. They can, do anything they like. They have all the monies. Yes, and as we're speaking, they are still, looting the states, looting the federation account. That's what we're seeing in Nigeria. And so that's the Nigeria we know that has expired. The country has expired. Corruption has eaten deep into the fabrics, to the bones and marrows of the leaders in this country. Particularly the present crop of leaders we have. They are a bunch of corrupt elements. Of course. So Aisha Yusufu is crying out. Some people will say it's a foul cry that the government is not after her, but we know the government is capable of doing this. This is what government can do. Yes, they say they fight corruption, but what they are doing is mere witch hunting. Witch hunting, because once you cross carpet to their own party, the All Progressive Congress, you become baptized, become a new person. Your sins will be forgiven. And that's APC, that's the ruling party. And so, but people who still believe that Nigeria can be salvaged and their own delusional thinking. Of course, it's a delusional thinking. Anybody thinking that Nigeria will be salvaged is having a reverie. So those who have delusional thinking will still fight, like the Aisha Yusufus. They are still fighting to see if they can redeem the irredeemable. Of course. And so they will pay dearly for it, because we have leaders who are those who are so wicked, those who are hell-bent on maintaining their grip onto power. And you see, they will do anything with impunity, with flagrant abuse of power. Yes, they abuse power flagrantly. They have the penchant to keep, trying to circumvent the rule of law in whatever they do. And so I'm afraid those people shouting election, election. Look, you will see election and you will see why Nigeria will not, get it right. You will see election in this country in 2022 towards 2023, and you know that Nigeria will not get it right, because the leaders, those who are at the helm of affairs, they are men that have, their hearts are dark. They are not civilized. They are wicked. They are people who, until something stops them, they will not stop. Until something stops them, they will not stop. They don't have that kind of heart to have anything. Their conscience is dead. They don't have empathy for anyone. They are only interested in maintaining their grip onto power. Of course, to satisfy their selfish interest. They are avaricious. And so they will do anything within their powers, legitimate and illegitimate, legally and illegally. Yes, to ensure that they perpetuate themselves in power. Simple. So we anticipate that such things will be happening. And so for Aisha Yusufu, she's crying now, and that is her lot for now, because you must carry your cross, and that's the cross of going into election in Nigeria. Whether the support is for one individual or not, provided you are not supporting the ruling party or the candidate of the ruling party, you are in for trouble. And that's Nigeria. And those who are prepared to go into the election will face this reality. And that's the point. They will face this reality.